Joyce. Good morning. Good evening, art buddies. Ay, ay, ay. And so it begins. Welcome to my channel. I'm Lori, Pink Girly Lori. Hi, Peggy. I thought I would work on my Commonplace Journal. I only did the one side. Murray from the Marie Atelier channel has some of us who are members. They're working on a project or starting a project. Maybe it should have already been started. I'm not really sure. Hey, Pam. The Commonplace Journal. And I think some of us are going to, or some of us were going to use a composition book, which I was going to do. And then I got thinking about it. And then I watched Mary's informational stream that she posted. And then I just kind of thought, well, maybe a composition book might be too many pages for me. And then she was talking a little bit about what it was. I know nothing about it. In fact, I just looked up the definition on the internet of what it is. Murray kind of was going in the direction of it, a book where you can catalog and gather information on a subject that you're really interested in. Well, I don't think I'm really interested in anything. So there's that. Hey, Cynthia, good evening. I don't like to read. I don't like to research. I don't like to study. I like to write things. I like to read out loud. I don't think that counts. So I'm like, I don't know. And then Mary was saying, even to catalog what the weather is of that day that you're putting an entry in. And then when I just read it online, the definition, it's like where you want to catalog information that you want to revisit and preserve. So like any ideas you have. So it kind of reminds me a little bit maybe of the, what's that, the thing that T.D. Willingham does, the Society of, what's it called? You're not going to do it, Joyce? Society of Ideas, or I don't know. There's something. Can you tell I'm prepared? Society of Collectors, Ideas? Idea Collectors. Cynthia, yes, thank you. Idea Collectors. Thanks, Joyce. Society of Idea Collectors. So it kind of sounds like that. I can put down ideas and stuff. So I had this little book. I bought this a long time ago. I don't even know if it has a year in it. No, it's dateless. And of course, I yanked all the pages out. See, so this is what it looked like originally. Where you have the days of the week up here and the dates blank, so you can just put in, what you need to put in. So I think I had 26 or so of these left. So I started with my coffee mixture that I keep on my. Hey, Mina, how are you? Nice to see you. In my refrigerator, and I had it on my desk. Straighten my camera a little bit. So I did get that on because if I'm going to do it, and if I'm going to write things in here or stick and glue little things in, whatever, I want my pages to be attractive to me. I didn't want just plain composition pages or I just have to make it more difficult than probably it should be. So I thought I could put my own cover on this. And I saw a gal, I have no idea who she was. It was a reel that popped up. I have all these art reels that pop up, And she, it looked like she had treated her paper with some kind of dye. And then she put gesso on and let that dry. And then she put little smudges of watercolor paint. And then took a palette knife and started to just make marks. And I thought it looked really cool. So I thought I might try some of that. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Fuss around for a little bit. see how long I can last, you know. Joyce said, I'm crocheting my large dog a sweater. The winter, the weather guy, I think it's supposed to be. The weather guy says we're in for, I know, right, Joyce? My husband was telling me that earlier today. We're supposed to get 5 to 10 inches this weekend. There's Jackie Hunter. Jackie Hunter, I need your address. I did not see. If you sent it to me, I did not see it. If you could just tell me. Maybe you're not interested in Happy Mail, and that's fine. No pressure. But I know I owe Joyce and you Happy Mail. I did get several packages ready today that I have been needing to get out. I have a few more left to do, and Jackie and Joyce are one of them. Hello, Angie. She can't stay. She's at a basketball game. Rah, rah, zip, boom, bah. Hit him in the head with it. Okay, never mind. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I thought it might be easier if I worked on these pages, at least the base part, before I put them in my book. So I'm just going to, I can't even go back and look at the reel because I don't know who this gal was that did this, but I thought her pages looked really cool. So I'm thinking maybe these lines will show. I don't know. I've got this heavy gesso here. So I was just going to start scraping some of this on. I don't know how long this will take to dry, though. So there's that. Then I have my Derwent watercolor, which supposedly it's not really watercolor. And I have my, you sent an IG message. Okay, I'll look. It might be in that section where I have to accept it. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks, Jackie. I'll check there. So I pulled out my You're Talking too. I'm just thinking that the Derwent might be better. It's because once it dries, it's permanent, and then it won't, move around. Because I don't know what I'm going to be doing to these pages. I mean, chances are good that I won't be doing anything to them. You know what I mean? I'm not good at this kind of stuff, so we'll just see. But I want to be part of the group and kind of, see if I can do what the group's doing. Now, I guess you can use a brush with this here gesso. Maybe I should try that first. Maybe I should try it first. Now, somewhere I've put my paper toweling. So how is everyone this very cold? I've got a blanket on my lap. I mean, my room is usually on the chilly side, but it's cold. And I really have never been much for wearing long sleeves, but I've been wearing long sleeves. And Hubs was ready to make some chili for dinner. We didn't have kidney beans, so he can't drive right now, so I had to run to the Dollar General, get some kidney beans. I was thinking I would scrape this on. Yeah, that might be a better idea. I'm sure Peggy knows. Like, can you water this down? Like, this is thick stuff. I guess I could water it down, right? The gal I watched, she had her area was pretty white, fairly white, covered white. I guess I could use white paint too. And the edges were left like the coffee dyed color. And then she just went around and put you would spritz the paper. Oh, well, now that's a horse of a different. Oh, wait a minute. I see a spritzer. It's a miracle. All right, let's try. I went and ironed all these because I thought they were really wet, so. Oh, Peggy's a genius. So now I guess I just have to let this sit. I'm going to do several of these. This is going to probably be a little boring. Okay, so Peggy showed us or sent me a picture of this emotional support chicken. Well, now of course I want one. And I wanted to knit one. So I bought a pattern. Joyce was so cute. She messaged me and said, "Well, did you buy the chicken? Did you buy the chicken pattern yet?" Oh, you know me so well, Joyce. I hadn't at that point, but I was looking at them. Anyway, I finally decided on one. I don't know. I consider myself to be a halfway decent knitter. Okay. And by halfway decent, I mean I can understand a pattern pretty much. Um, I probably could. I think my knitting looks okay. I mean, it's not like my girlfriend Kathy. Hers is. Her tension is terrific. Her stitches are all uniform. I could use some. I could do better at that. But usually I'm just making like a scarf or a shawl or something. I don't make garments. Like my niece. Oh my gosh, my niece. She makes garments. I've talked about her before. Her stuff is unbelievable. But I just don't understand. Now, Joyce asked me if I was going to crochet one, and I didn't really think I wanted to crochet one because, hey, Debbie, because a lot of times I feel like the crochet stitch is a little too, at least mine, a little too loosey goosey, and you have to stuff these chickens, and I didn't want to see the white stuff. So I decided I would like to find the knit pattern, which I did. So I started my first one, and I had this ball of yarn. This they call them a cake. It's a cake, and it's got different colors. It's like blue, gray in the center, and then there's pink, and then a brighter pink and white, and it just goes around and around and around. I thought, oh well, that would make a cool looking chicken. So when I picked this particular pattern, and I saw it on Etsy, because the person in the picture had this chicken underneath their arm like it was an adult person. I thought, oh, that makes a pretty good sized chicken. That's what I want. I want a big one. Because there's tons of those patterns around now. I guess they're all the rage. I'm always late to the party though. But anyway. So I start mine and I'm looking and I'm like, this chicken is not going to be big. It's just not going to be big. So then I look more closely at the pattern, and it's not supposed to be that big, but it's bigger. It's big. This person, the chicken they're holding, is big. Yeah, smaller hook, right. So then it occurred to me, I was going to, give them a not so great review. And then it occurred to me, well, Lori, you're not using the yarn, they said, because you had this cake yarn, with all these cute colors. And sure enough, they're using a super bulky yarn. So I'm thinking, what do I have that I can use that would really make a funky, fun chicken? Well, Peggy gifted me some yarn a while ago. I shared it with my niece, but I got to keep the, I don't have it here. I have it out at my chair, out at my comfy chair. I think it's like a boussole. Do they call it that? It's got the little bumps. It's the yarn, and it's got all these little bumps. And this yarn is like yellow and pink and green and blue, and it's not real thin. It's not chunky. It's not real thin. Um, but it's a nice weight, and of course those bumps make it very interesting. So I decided to put that, and then the cake yarn. So it's much bigger this time. And I bumped up my needle. So I'm using a size, what size? I'm using a size 10. It calls for a 7. If anybody knits, you'll know what I'm saying. Um, but it's like crazy the way the pattern goes. Like I figure with crochet, they would just have you make like a bowl, stuff it and sew your two halves together. I don't know. I didn't look at any crochet patterns. I'm going to do a couple of these and then probably use my heat tool to dry them. Because I don't know how many I'm going to get to. My legs have been really bothering me today. I'm trying to take my medicine the way I'm supposed to. It's a very hard thing for me. And I don't think the cold weather helps. Anywho. And those little animals and all they make now with a crochet, or I guess you can do them knitted too, and they're real tiny and they're real cute. I can't make those things to save my soul. I just can't. I get too frustrated. I have patience for some things, but not for all things. Anyway, silly me, I thought I'd have a chicken to share you tonight. She's a dreamer. She's a dreamer. But Peggy, you remember the fabric, right? You remember that yarn, right? You need to learn to crochet. Oh man, I was going to teach Jersey how to crochet, and we got canceled. And but she found a place near her where she went and she learned to crochet, so she's doing it. She's doing it. Peggy, I don't know if we could do it if we did it online. I don't know how you are with learning. Whether it's better for you to do it, have somebody in person. The yarn was bought at the Sheep and Wool Festival. Oh my gosh, that was so great. It's so fun. So when I went in my storage case where I keep all my knitting needles, um, sitting right on top was this nice ball of red. So I have red for the wattle and the thing on the top of his head. I don't think I'm going to do legs though. I think this one has legs, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to give him legs because I want him to just sit. I don't think I need legs for now. Anywho, that's my story. At least that's my story for today. So I guess that's about it, really. I am making progress on cleaning up my. You can knit, but you always had trouble with tension with the crochet. Oh, okay. So you've got an idea. Yeah, I'm not sure what the crochet patterns look like. But I've crocheted, baskets. And that could be like the bottom of the chicken. This has got me making tail feathers. And I bought a second one on Etsy that was only like $1.40. It's so many freaking pages. I just, I can't. I can't. All right, let's see if I can get this dry. With my room being cold, these pages are not going to dry too quickly. But this pattern, and the second pattern I bought, they have what they call short rows, where you have to turn your work. You have to wrap and turn. They call it W and T. You wrap and turn your work. So once you read the directions and do it, it's not too hard. But it's hard keeping track of what row you're on, I think. That was dumb. I stuck it right to my plastic. Look, I filled up the paper. Dum, 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 dum. And then the directions were saying to put a marker place. Well, it didn't say place. It said you need markers. It said you need green markers, orange markers, and I think another. So I'm a marker to me is those little circly things that you put on your needle, and you're knitting along, and then there's something you have to do close to the marker, and then you pass the marker over on the other needle, and you keep going. Well, the directions never weren't saying slip the marker. And I'm thinking, oh, I got something wrong. So there were a couple of pictures. So I finally looked at the pictures. You hear they're tying the marker right on the work. It's got something to do with the tail feathers. So, I mean, I did read the whole beginning until it started and all the, different things you needed and your supplies and the, abbreviations and all that jazz. I mean, I did read all that. I'm a struggle, girl. I'm a struggle. I'm a struggle. I'm a struggle. I like knitting in the round. Just keep going. That got bubbly right there. Bubbly, bubbly. It's still a little damp. This one doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's going to get wet again. All right, let's put this down. Or now I moved my lid over here. I'm going to cap this up before somebody yells at me. All right. This kind of reminds me of like kind of in my head, what I'm thinking is kind of the idea of something that like Robin McClendon would do with like just little patches of color and a couple of marks here and there. The thing of it is my Inktense ones, my Derwent paints, they're not what I would call, they're just slipped and slatted all over. They're not what I would call nice, fun colors. I think I want to use these. This is the Gambi Kirtaki um, Art Nouveau colors. So I'm just going to spritz these a little bit. I don't know what's in this. I don't think this is. Yeah, this is definitely not water. So I think I'm going to use my brush. But I think I want a flat. I think I want a flat. At least to start. I always start with some green. Let's just start with green. Now that's going to be in your way. Let's sit it over here. Let's see if I can sit it over here. I don't want it too in your face, I don't think. In most cases, I think I'm going to be maybe just writing information down. Now, Mary is encouraging us to use our own handwriting, which I'm not a fan of my own handwriting, I've got to say. But this might be a nice place to practice it. And let's see. Guess I could work right on here. We have a gas fireplace downstairs that has not been lit since my husband passed 3 years ago, and my son is trying to light it in case we lose power. The automatic starter is not working. Oh, Joyce, I won't be careful. It makes me nervous, especially when something hasn't been working for a while, you know? Maybe you should take it and have somebody, a professional, look at it. Maybe it needs to be cleaned, like the line or something. I would tell them, don't do it anymore. Don't do it anymore. Oh, thanks, Mina. Yeah, it's been sitting too long, Joycey. Have them take it to someone that knows how to work them. We don't want any injuries. No injuries, please. Okay. So what is this color? This is a dark. Yeah, this is dark. I don't know if I can get this to do what I want it to do. I want this to be more of a line, but if you can do this with watercolor, I guess you can. I need more paint. Turned it off. Oh, good, good. I feel better about that. Yeah, I don't like to mess around with any of that stuff. Especially after that incident my neighbor had with her son. More than that kind of a heater, but even still. What does that kind of work? The power company? Um, that's a good question, Joyce. Peggy might know. My husband would know. He's out in the other room. I don't know if there's like maybe a Home Depot. Maybe they service kerosene heaters, or where you get the Did you say kerosene? You didn't say kerosene. You said gas. Maybe the gas company. You know? I don't know. What does this say? Oh, this is a stamp. This is a Timmy stamp. Identification check. That might be fun. I was thinking maybe some black would look good on there too, but I don't have black in this. I think there's black in this set. What is this color? This might be another. Oh, that has to go in the water. Oh, that's a green. Okay. So there's little paint sets here. I think this just has I think that might be black. Call the heat and AC company, Peggy says, Joyce. I guess the watercolor black's not that intense of a black, is it? Let's get more paint on here. Using gas fireplace repair near me, perhaps. Oh, hey, Janice, how are you? That's a good idea, too. I think I want to. I think I want to mess around a little bit with. Okay, so where's my stays on? I need a little tiny. Well, I don't have to be tiny. I need something to hold. I need something to hold the stamp. That's not quite big enough. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Do, 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 do. That's midnight. Now I just had, there it is. I wish I could say it's been one of those days, but it's like this all the time for me. I can lose something quicker than you can bat your eyes. I just can. I'm just so good at it. Identification check, and the did not print. I'm gonna let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I found a couple of little stamp. What does this one say? It's all perspective. Well, isn't that the truth? Isn't that? So I feel like I'm making progress with my straightening up. I've got fabric. that, I've ordered and purchased and loved, but I have never put it away. You know, I can call the company that installed my, yeah, yeah, yeah. And if they don't do it, Joyce, they should be able, I think, point you in the right direction anyway. Give you a recommendation, you know? Um, so my husband's been using these little flashlights, like the LED kind that are just really, oh, well, that didn't. We'll put a sticker there. That didn't work at all. Don't care for that stamp at all. And he's been missing one. I asked if I could have one for out in my room here because I dropped stuff and the flashlight on my phone it's just not bright enough. He's like, yeah. He said, but I think I'm missing one. I said, okay. So I'm out here straightening stuff around and I'm thinking, I think I got two flashlights out here. So he said to me earlier today, when you go out, oh shoot, you know what? I got to go do something real quick, ladies. I just remember what else he asked me to do. He folded wash, and he's got my wash. He's got my clothes on his bed, and he's going to be going to bed soon. I got to go get that. Look, I'm going to put some of this on it too. I'm going to put a stencil on here. It'll just take me a minute or two. Anyway, I said, do you know what you're asking me to find two flashlights out in my craft room? I don't. I come out and I found them. It was like a miracle. All right, let me go get my clothes. Forgot to get my clothes. Okay. See, it's a hard time getting around with his foot in that cast and then having to juggle. I apologize. I sat and put my legs up for about an hour. Totally forgot about the clothes. And I guess he did too because he didn't remind me. All right, let's see. I think I want. If I can see it. Sage, no. Moss, peel paint. That's the one I think I want. Peel paint. Jenna said, I buy a set. I buy a set of a bunch from Amazon. Husband had one. Oh, the flashlight. Yeah, they come in. They come in handy. Yes. Young friends from church wanted to put Christmas lights. I think battery operated Christmas lights on his scooter. We couldn't talk him into it. He's a little on the boring side, So I gave all the nephews. Well, I didn't. I shouldn't say I. We gave all the nephews to those little flashlights for Christmas. They seem to like them. But even if you want to keep one in your car, Now, for us in our stage of life, it's our dog keeps losing her toys, under the furniture. And she just cries. And she's so sad. Those little flashlights come in handy. All right, let's see. Let's get a leaf over here. This wasn't the best stencil to pull out, I don't think, but it looks okay. Now, let's see if I can find Kellyanne. Kel, I was speaking about you earlier. You said you were going to yell at me for leaving my gesso uncapped. Brenda Mac, here she is. Brenda. So, Cal, I think you can expect some more weather. Now, I don't know if it's going to come way up to your neck of the woods, but we're just talking about weather for the weekend. Okay, so I'm going to try this. All right, now, this is a Stabilo pencil. I don't know if she's listening. She may have already fallen asleep. Jacqueline met a gal the other day. It's very exciting. I'm not going to share the story because it's her story to tell if she decides to tell. Anyway, the gal was showing her how she uses a Stabilo pencil. And I've done the same thing in the past, but not in this particular way. So I'm going to use it to trace around my flower here. Now this is the, what do they call it? It's just the pencil color. Ever something, I think. I guess I ground that part off. I don't know. And I don't know if this dries. Once it dries, if it's permanent or not, but I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. I was thinking about using my Sharpie pen. Then I happened to remember what Jacqueline and her new friend were doing. And I thought, well, why don't I try it? Sometimes if I have something I want to stick down and I want it to pop out and create a shadow around it, I'll use my Stabilo and then, move it a little bit. Oh, look, I forgot this guy. Well, this is going this way, and I forgot to go around this guy. I'm going to do this too. So I hope everybody's keeping warm. So our neighbor called, and he's like, it's really cold out. Make sure you put the sweater on the dog. I'm like, okay. I have a couple different colors of these. I think I have a navy. I might have a white. I'm not sure. That's not too bad. Looks kind of cool. Different. Something different. And they were making just squiggly marks, I think. I don't want to tear my paper, but let's see. I have a hard time with just, doing free-handed things like that. I always think everybody else's stuff looks really good when they do that, but I don't care for when I do it. Now, Robin McClendon would do this like in a black ink, and it would look really cool. So this might be enough of that, for this. Hey, Lisa, have you seen the mess they have in Russia? One place had 9-foot snowdrifts. Oh my gosh, no. Really? That much snow? Is that what's coming our way? Trace said when we lived in Memphis in 1994, we had a nice storm, or maybe it was an ice storm. I lost power 2 weeks. Oh, Brenda. Oh, really, Joyce? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I figured you meant ice. Oh, Joyce. I think it was in 93. So your kids are younger than my kids, Joyce. You must be a youngin' too. My girlfriend's sister was getting married. I thought it was 93, but it could have been 94. And they had a Hummer, a Hummer. Yeah, I think it was a Hummer. Come around and pick up the wedding party because the guests couldn't get to the wedding. They wanted the wedding party to get there. So they sent like an emergency vehicle around to pick them up. Crazy, crazy. Okay, let's see if one of this is. It feels a little damp, a little dampish. It's going to feel a little better. I guess I should pay attention to. I guess it's up there where the D. I guess it really doesn't. It doesn't really matter. All right, so now I think I want to go in a different color. I did green. Let's see. What else have I got here? Maybe we'll do a blue. In 1998, we had a massive ice storm. People were without electricity for 3 weeks. Gosh, I don't remember. Lisa says they had a blizzard, walls of snow. People were jumping out of their windows to get out. Really? Oh my goodness. I don't have a memory for that. Well, I just don't remember. Okay, so now here's the thing. Just stay in, Joyce. I don't want to try. I want to try to do something different each time, but I'm not really thinking what I can do that's going to make it look different. I could try to do a flower, I guess. Look at that. Oh, that looks dumb. Oh, boy, that looks really dumb. Might look okay with a Stabilo pencil around it, though. I can kind of wash this. Make it wash it. Make it like wash it. Hey, Patty, good evening. Yeah, I don't like to be out in ice, that's for sure. I didn't think about losing power, though. I got to tell you that. I didn't think about that part. So if you're just coming in, I'm contemplating working and creating a commonplace journal. So I'm working on pages. Of course, instead of just using a book I have, which I have them, but I was thinking a composition book might be a little too large for me. So I had these pages that were loose. So I put them, some coffee stain on them and decided to try to decorate them up a little bit so they're a little more inviting for me to write on them. You have, Peggy? You're dedicated. You're dedicated. All right, I'm going to dry this. I don't think that blue still is here. I have this might look cute on there too. I have my midnight blue. Stays on, stays on. I think I have tried to knit or draw color with very little light. And my hubby goes, "You're crazy," which I know. I am crazy. Bake and craft. If you can bake, helps to feel warm and have snacks too. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Hubs was baking yesterday. He wanted to try this apple cake recipe. I don't know where he saw it, but it is delicious. This is crooked. I put this down crooked. Yeah, bacon's tricky when the electricity goes out. You got to do it ahead of time. So you got to do it now. Dun, 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 dun. Ouch. I don't know. I think Jacqueline says things that bothers her, and then she makes a suggestion, not a suggestion, an ailment she has, and then I get it. Oh, my left elbow just went wacko. Oh yeah, gas. Oh yeah, gas would be all right, right? That's why Joyce and lots of blankets. Yeah, that's why Joyce's son was trying to get that gas. All right, let's go around the outside of these. Not sure I like that at all. Hey, Barbara, good evening. We're talking about the impending weather that may be headed in the direction of many of us by the weekend. The weekend. I'm going to say notes. And up here I'll say I actually thought about maybe getting out. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, getting out calligraphy pen and fussing around with it. But I usually just get frustrated. I need something that I could sit in my comfy chair and practice, without making a mess or worrying about knocking, because the dog just jumps up whenever. I can't be having her jumping up on me when I've got, ink. By the time she goes to bed, I'm ready for bed. That's pretty sad looking. Barbara, what are you up to? Hi. Hi, honey. Anyway, he made this apple cake. It's just, I mean, it really is to die for. Now we have somebody that came and removed, which had about an inch of snow, but it was all over the car, and you know, I can't really, I can't use a shovel or anything. And our neighbor across the street, he's just such a darling man. He's just so nice, so kind. He's very thoughtful, but he's got a bad back. And he just keeps chugging and doing for people and doing more and doing more. And we just didn't want him to, because we know he would do our driveway and stuff. So the guys that came to take care of it, and they did really the minimum, you know. And then the way I forgot to cross my T and dot my I. I did? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's there. Just there's very little. I didn't go like that though, I guess. Anyway, he's just very sweet, but we didn't want him to have to fuss and worry about, us. So they came and they did the basic, but where our house is, the way the sun hits. No, it's okay. Thanks for checking up on me. I appreciate that, though. Really, made me look. Well, he wasn't satisfied with what this guy came and did. He came over and he did our sidewalks over a second time. And anyway, Ron said, I'm going to make that cake and I'm going to send one over for Bruce. Oh, I can't reach wow, that arm really, when that elbow goes, it goes. Oh, let's see. I thought I had, I've got some Mermaid Lagoon. That's what I want, I think. And so he called this morning. I forget what else he called about, but he said, man, that cake's one of the best cakes I ever had. So we thought so too. It was really good. Some parts of Canada are colder than others. I'm just above North Dakota. Oh, you're way over there. I think I did know that. We have similar temperatures. Face turquoise. Oh, I don't know what that face turquoise. I guess it's a image or something that you put in. It translates it. I'm going to see what this looks like up here. This is a little funky. Oh, monkey. I like it though. Our daughter had a little procedure today, and she'll be out of work. She's a school teacher, so she'll be out for 2 weeks. But of course, I don't do anything. I'll go to school on the weekend anyway. I'll be glad she won't be out tearing around in any weather. Hmm. Wonder if I can. I really like that. Well, I have more than I guess most people, but I don't have tons of this oxide stuff, but I really like them. And I think I can, if I put some on my work surface here, I think I can put my wet paintbrush in it. Oh, look at all that. Well, I think this is what Timmy does. Of course, Timmy doesn't have an avalanche every 30 seconds. You know, you know. So I've said this before, buy the re-inker. Oh, to make the drips on your space. I do have I think I have a light blue re-inker. So I think I've mentioned before my son has these ferrets. I don't remember who I tell what to. So I get a reel today, a little video today. He's got two now. One's called Jelly Bean. That's the original, and the second one is called um, Frankenstein. So he sent me a video of Frankenstein stealing an empty Pringles tub, taking it behind the couch. A little thief. A little thief. So I was so proud of myself. I had some packages I had to get together, and I actually got that done today. Found my husband's flashlights. That was a bonus. I've got some nice space that I can walk. I feel like I'm, not living in a hoarder's den. I still have lots to do. It doesn't look like I'm making progress, but I know that I am. So that feels good. Of course, now I have the flip side of these to do. Guess I should do the front of one of these. Guess I could fold it this way. This could be my front. Stacy, hi. Good evening. I should use this up instead of wasting that. How you be? How you be? I know this is another blue. Blue sketch. No, that's not what it's called. It's called blueprint sketch. Julie Parker, hello. How you doing, Julie? You still getting rain? You still having some cool weather? Oh, you know what? I should just do this. No, I've only been on about an hour. I try to stay 2 hours on Tuesday evening. Sometimes I do a little longer. It just depends. I put my legs up for about an hour, which probably isn't, it's not too much. Doesn't do too much for me, actually. I've been at my desk most of the day. So I'm just playing it by ear. Playing it by ear. I like the way that looks. Do a little more. That was not good, Lori. Heat tool. Might steal an idea from Kellyanne. She was spattering with some metallic. I think it was metallic watercolor. Last evening. Was it last evening? I might try that myself. I think I'm going to put some script on this one. This one I'm going to use as my front page. The physio yesterday was pleased with my. Oh, good, Julie. Here's hoping it stays like that. I don't think I knew that you were doing that, but I'm glad it's going well. It's always nice when your doctor or therapist or trainer or whatever is pleased with your progress, what you're doing. That's good. Good job. Good job. I just put a stamp away I think I want to use. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. That's all right. I can write right over top of that. I should have my scrap paper out. Do a test. To make a good impression. This stamp, I have no idea where I got it. I think it was a Goodwill or something, but I don't know. After a while, it's all a blur. I'm not sure I even knew what it was when I first bought it. Although it has it right there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right, let's see. This needs to be re-inked. I don't think I have this one on my desk. Dag nabbit. I keep biting the inside of my top lip while I'm chewing my food. Stop doing it, Cal. Just stop doing it. Now, I don't think this is, I don't know if I move this right away, if it will move it all. Probably not. Yep, 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 yep. I know I do have a blue one of these, but I haven't seen that in forever. The more I bite it, the more swollen it gets, and the more. Yes, yes. That's always the way. When you just like if you have a hangnail, or you injure your finger, it's always that finger that you hit. You don't even realize you have it most of the time until you, and then it's like you're always banging it. Okay, so that goes that way. Let's see. Did I get it right? No, I'm not paying attention. It goes this way. Yeah, I'm gonna put this eyeball up here. So I've got an eyeball. Then there's this face. I think that's somebody famous. I don't know, but I think it's cool. I don't have any. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I'm just about ready to lie to you. I was just gonna say I don't have any color pencils out here, but I do. I have my watercolor pencils. I don't waste time looking at what goes into my cart when thrifting. If I look too long, then all the good stuff disappears. I find myself picking stuff up, looking at it for a few seconds, and saying, "Yep, I'm getting it," and it goes. And that's the end of that. And I'm more relaxed and do that when Hubs isn't with me, for sure. What are you getting that for? I'm just getting it. Okay. He's better than when we were younger. Yeah, pretty much just wipe that all off. Now let's see if I can find. Oh, I'm stretching with this last name. Worst thing that happens is I don't like it, so I don't. Yeah, right. It's going back in the donate pile. Well, I didn't pay that much for it. Yeah. This paper's too wet to be doing this. should try it. Oh, really, Julie? No. My bar is probably a lot lower than yours. Sometimes when my husband finds stuff, I just say, oh, yeah, even if I don't like it. So he feels encouraged to be a part of the experience. That looks like a hat. This is just for me, so. It's a little better. It's kind of noisy. That's kind of noisy. I think I need a piece of fabric or something. Some glue. Maybe, yeah, I just go, I don't, well, sometimes I'm looking for something specific, but a lot of times I'm just looking for anything that I can turn into something or something that's unusual or, you know, something I don't think I'll see another time. And if I see anything Tim Holtz, I buy it, even if I don't know what it is. Look, I believe that right to the other page. She's another butter. See, now I've got to do the flip side, but I want them to dry really well. There's the gesso kind of really made them damp. Kellyanne says she'll be right back. Julie said a hymnal would be good. I have one, but I would rather have another one before I start tearing it up. Yeah. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. I thought I had another. Oh, there he is. He's over there. I think I shall do pink. Pink. Hmm. I'm using some watercolor. If you just popped in, I coffee stained my pages before streaming tonight, and put some gesso on. When I first came on, and now I'm using some watercolor just to put a little hint of color, and then just doing really whatever comes to mind, which generally it's not much when I do this stuff. I'm not go with watercolors really. I put a little bit of like orange red to try to give it a little depth. Yes, Peggy, that's what I think. It's a thrill of the hunt. Yeah. I did buy a big bite. I found one on eBay. But see, if I would go into a thrift shop and find a big bite, I would just lose my mind. Well, that's what when I go to Europe, that's what I want to do. I want to go to a charity shop. That's what my husband said. All she wants to do is go to France to go thrifting. Well, yeah, you know, I got something hanging. I don't know if I can get it off. I just have this hanging in my art room because I don't know where else to put it. But it's so cute. Now I didn't get this up. My husband picked this up. But it's so stinking cute. Oh shoot, I just dropped it on the floor. Of course. Of course. Of course. Oh, I hope I didn't break it. Come here, little buddy. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. It's probably dusty. It's been sitting there since April. It's okay. It was 1 franc 90. This is some kind of metal. This is wood. Of course, this is wood. Isn't it cute? It's like the cutest thing. It's like one of the cutest things we got. So that had to come out with us. It was easy, very easy to pack him up. I got threads and needles and some buttons. I just scooped them up and put them in. I got a couple of pins. Okay. I mean, I could have brought a lot more, but I didn't. But I brought plenty back. But it's just junk from another country. I mean, come on. I just it just delights me. Okay, I'm looking in here. I've got different like Timmy stamps and stuff. Yeah, we took very little. Most of my suitcases this last time we went was filled with gifts for the kids. And so once we gave the gifts out, I had an empty suitcase. And we loaded it up pretty quickly. Well, I should say I did. I would have loved to brought back some dishes and stuff. See, now this is how I want to scribble. Why can't I scribble like this? I think I have to scribble with purpose, maybe. And that just looks like a flower. I saw one gal doing something. That's what she did in her journal. That looked pretty cool. I should try to do that. I'm not seeing anything that really is floating the boat. This might look nice. It's a different kind of a. Let's see what this says. That's good. Every possibility begins with the courage. With the courage to imagine. Gotta kind of read that. It's kind of catty-wonkus. Catty-wonkus. Now, who doesn't need a cupcake with a candle? It says birthday, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's my book. Look, I've got to have and enjoy the journey. Let's get that little puppy out. Yeah. Come on. The little bird missing. Oh, Joyce, that's so lovely. Oh, how nice. My husband brought me back a clear baking dish from Brazil. Not quite the same. I'm like, we have these in America, really? He's like, oh, I thought it was I thought it was a different shape. Girls, it was oval. Okay. I mean, I'm not making it up. Okay. Yes, you and Angie. You said you were going to be there, Barbara. I'm pretty sure I said to my son, she's here somewhere, but I don't know where she is. Well, that was before this last trip. That wasn't this last trip. I'm itching to go again. Never occurred to me. The problem was probably we were sitting at in a Burger King. Joyce, you're too kind. If I showed you this big old casserole dish, you would be like, "Really?" He did bring me a pair of gold earrings. I will say that, and they were cool. I lost one. They were like a piece of gold and some gold chain and another piece of gold. And just slipped in your ear, But the one wiggled out, and I lost it. Never found it. So that was kind of sad. But so that was cool. But when he got that, I mean, it had to be like this big around at least, if not bigger. It just cracked me up. Cracked me up. Anyway, okay, so this needs to be re-inked. So I'm not going to use this one again. I'll use the black. This is a little smudge spot. I think I want to use that. Joyce, I'm not convinced. This looks like an anchor hocking casserole dish from the Walmart. It's not what you're thinking. I can guarantee it's not what you're thinking. If I remember, I don't even know where he's got it. If I remember to get it out, I'll send you a picture, and you're going to say to yourself, "Oh yeah, no, not this one, not that one." Goldfinger is the man with the golden. Oh, the man with the Midas touch. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that little doodad. I like that little doodad. Little doodaddy. Little doodaddy. Now, what did I do with the? It's right here, Laura. Your elbow is on. Hey, Kel, did you come back? The brass of gold. Oh, look. Don't you hate that? These all need to be cleaned. I haven't seen my Judy. She told me to clean these, and I haven't done it. I bought this stuff, but I haven't cleaned them. Oh, there her is. Okay, I didn't see that you come back. Did you have your pistachio and cheese, if that's what you're biting your lip on? Oh, that turned out pretty good. All right, now let's see if we can do it again. Darn it, Barbara. Now I'm going to be singing that in my head all night. It's not a very good lullaby. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And then we'll put on the little cupcake. That's not going to stick. Is it? It's all bent. Nothing like a good earworm. Yes, this is true. I had one at Christmas. The song I was always, if there was anything quiet, any quiet time, my head always went to this one song. And my husband said, "Don't sing it out loud. I don't want to know what it is." Yes, pistachios and cheese and wheat thins. She's in a rut. She's in a rut. Oh, that looks pretty cute. Okay. Okay, we will do it. I should look at my phone now, Jackie, to see if your address came through. Where do I go when people? Oh, that's cute. I like that stamp. I don't think I've ever used it. Every possibility. Now, Mary said you can write any which way you want it, any which way you want to write, any which way you want to write. Okay, let's see. Oh, good night. What did I? Oh, there goes the mouse. Mouse down. All right, so, oh, that's right. I have my sound off. Okay, I'm thinking, why don't I hear this in my ears? All right, so if I go here, here, notifications, messages, new followers. I don't know where to go to look for you. I don't see anything that says Jackie wants message, George tags, comments. Wouldn't be blocked. I'll have to ask Jack. Try messages. I'll have to ask Jacqueline. Oh, messages. Oh, okay, messages. That's different. That's not Instagram. I thought you said maybe you didn't say Instagram. Maybe that was just my brain. Messages is not messenger. Messages. Let me see. Search. How do you do? JACQUI. No results. No results in Messenger. No yeah. Oh, the messages part yeah, I know there's none there because I'm in there all the time because that's where Jacqueline and I chat. Oh, let me try it this way. I just want to do it because if I don't have it, to send it to me again. QUI. I don't see anything. I don't see anything, Jackie. Moms don't whine. Oh, that's what it will be. Oh, well then maybe that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing your name. Moms don't. Oh my gosh. It says you're following me. I just followed you back, but I don't see any messages. So maybe now, if you send it again, maybe it will come through. I would have never found you. Okay, who's eating rice? Julie said, I just ate some fried rice and now I'm very sleepy. Maybe it's just because you have a full tummy, you know? So my middle sister has not been feeling well. The other day, she was in bed all day. Well, we won't get to, she was really not feeling good. And so earlier today, she told me and my younger sister that, she was under the weather yesterday and she had a piece of toast and she was hoping it would stay down. So then later today, thank you, Jackie, I appreciate that. Then later today, when I was giving them an update on my daughter, our daughter, um, I asked how she was feeling, and she said she had a banana. She hopes it stays down. I said, well, I think a banana would be hard to digest. And then she said, no, when you're fighting a bug, you're supposed to do this BRAT, capital BRAT diet: banana, rice, applesauce, and toast. I said, I never heard of such a thing. She said she never heard of such a thing either. Of course, our younger sister heard of it. She hears of everything. And of course, Jacqueline heard of it. She hears of everything. I hear nothing. We did broth, a cube, and I would think applesauce too would be kind of acidic. But they say that bananas is easy on your stomach. Barbara? Yes, we have no bananas. Ooh. We have no bananas to take it to. Oh, I was going to not spritz. I was going to spatter. I was going to spatter some goldy stuff. Okay, Julie. If we're not here, I had to go. I'm not going to be here much longer, I don't think. This old gal, this old gal. Oh, I like this, girls. I like this little stampy. This is like some crazy. Some crazy writing here, I think. Oh, Cal, I figured you'd know about it. And then Jacqueline, lovely, is trying to, well, I have young kids. No, you don't. You have teenagers. Come on. I said to my sister Nancy, well, it's because we're old. We're old. We're like the tea and the scrambled egg and the broth. None of this brat diet. Yeah, give the brats diet for brats. I think that doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of cutie. That look kind of cutie-ish. Like cutie-ish. Okay, now I'm going to get this brush that's way back here. It's got long hairs. And I'm going to get this and I'm going to spatter. Oh, there goes. See, now my elbow was fine and now it's going again. I'm falling apart. Falling apart. I don't think I'll be doing any 13-hour lives again anytime soon. I'll tell you that. Now let's see if I can get this going. I think I want that darker one. Oh. We get colds, but my husband and I, we really don't get. My sister Nancy, she tends to always get the stomach bug stuff. Now she's got 2 grandchildren now. And she thinks, and I think I need to get a bigger brush to get this going here. Soften this up a little bit, give it a scrub, make a little scrubby bubble. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's my problem. I got different ages going. Well, there's nothing on me that's 56. That's way too young. Way too young. Well, I feel it hitting me, but I don't see it hitting the paper. Now, I've got a puddle there, but it's not. Oh, there goes some. There goes some. Really, Peggy? I didn't know you did all that. Girl. I haven't had anything replaced. I just have had a lot of stuff removed. I'm a shell of what I used to be. It's not funny. It's not funny. This is not really coming off very well. What could be a plan B? Cal, you can see this really good when you do this. This is good. This is good paint. This is the one that starts with an F. Fine Tech or yeah, Fine Tech. This is supposed to be a good paint. Guess it's not a good paint to spatter. I don't want it too runny because then it doesn't, it doesn't make nice dots. Yeah, same here. Mine wasn't that long ago, but I didn't want to be done with it, but I was. I was. Oh, there we go. I like that big slurp. It's like a big slurp. I don't want it too runny. I've done this before, especially with acrylic. This is watercolor. And if it, oh, that's better. I think I just didn't have enough loaded in my brush because it's thick. Um, but if it gets too runny, then it doesn't make the bubbles, the little dots nice. I'll be finding red dots. It's going everywhere but down on my paper. Let's get some on this fabric. Here we go. I love when it makes those like look like little snotty lines. Oh, Barbara, thanks for popping in and saying hi. Julie's keeping a very close eye on it. It was so nice to have you here. Thank you for the earworm. I do appreciate. Oh, that looks better. This is a nice opening page, isn't it, for my, what do we call it? A commonplace journal. Joyce isn't doing it. Joyce, wait. All right, I'm leaving my paints open this evening so they'll dry. So now I don't want to touch this because I want my little dots to dry. Have a good evening, Barbara. I don't know why I put that guy down there, but it did. It. These are all still a little dampish. This one I'm not so crazy. I'm not so crazy for this one. And I didn't do the pink. I did that outside page. So plenty to do. But I'm not doing as many pages as I was going to do. I think I only have like 15 or 18, which will be more than enough. I'll just do a small version of the commonplace. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I find myself wanting to say girly pops. That's Jacqueline's influence on me. This language she's got me talking girly pops. All right, so I'm just a little under 2 hours, but it's okay. My legs are just killing me today, so I'm gonna take my second dose of medication. I might take a little ibuprofen, and I'm gonna go get in my comfy chair. I've got to catch that little dog and put her to bed, and that might. I'll let her go out one more time. She'll settle. We put her in her crate tonight, and she's so nice. And she just lays down and goes to sleep so nice. Yeah, prop them up. Yeah, get warm. Yeah. Yeah. So listen, gosh, I hope to see you all again Thursday. And the snow's not supposed to come till the weekend. So if you're around and you can, join me Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to see you. Come in and say, hey, hey. Jacqueline was going to try to stay awake, but I don't think she made it. She looked really tired tonight. Julie, keep up the good work, my dear. Keep up the good work. And Gosh, it was nice to see you, Janice. Haven't seen you for a little bit. Mina was here. It was nice to see her. And oh, you're welcome, Jackie. And I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that Happy Mail off this week for sure. All right. Okay. I'm going to do it. All right. Take care. Thanks for being here. It was fun. Nice to see you all. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Until next time, dear art buddies. Oh, that's right. My mouse is on the floor. I need my mouse to shut down the stream. I didn't shut it down one night. Oh boy. You know. Anyway, here we go. All right. Have a good night. Bye bye for now.